everyone, my name is Carly. I am one of the settlement workers in schools at the Southwest Newcomer Welcome Center. With us today we have Jimmy, Angie, and Santiago. Santiago is a recent graduate of the Swift Current Comprehensive High School, and he recently received a sports award from the Great Plains College. So today we are going to talk a little bit about the award, but we're going to focus a lot on their background, how he got here, and the family's history. So Jimmy and Angie, can you tell us when you came to Canada?
Well, I came here as a visa work. I landed in Swift Current about actually 2005. I just came myself, and then I had the opportunity to apply for the resident permanent, and unfortunately Brent, Dylan, and Angie, after the almost 2 years of hard work trying to get the documents, but we made it. Probably.
That's awesome. So you first came here as a temporary foreign worker, and then you applied for permanent residency to get your family to come over with you.
Yes.
And you guys spent 2 years apart?
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, tough for all of you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you guys talk just a little bit about that? Did you guys talk every day, or?
Yeah, I mean, it was a challenge because I had to get used to the different culture, learn the language, as well just work, and then by the time we didn't have the technology to WhatsApp and FaceTime and stuff like that to see them every day. So and he was little, he was 2 years and a half when I left him, so it was one of the hardest moments we had. So but now he's 18 and he has been with us, he's been with me all the time, so it's kind of.
And you're all grown up. Do you remember that when you were 2.5 years old?
Not exactly in a way, but yeah, I remember sometimes when we were talking through the phone and when we could, and just a few times,
So when you guys were reunited, like the first time at the airport, what was that moment like for you guys?
I don't know what to say, I don't know, it was emotionally, yes, it was like something that we feel like we made it, like, okay, I have them now here, I have the opportunity to show them how this culture works and how everything works, and it was good. It was a nice feeling that day.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I can only imagine. I see you're getting emotional.
Sorry, must be hard.
Do you need water?
We'll take a break. Sorry, I love.
And a shot of tequila, please.
I love the stories of when you guys are reunited as a family. It's so touching. It warms my heart, so I had to ask. I didn't mean to make you cry. And now you guys have been together for 9 years?
Yes, of course, we've been together for 20 years.
Married
We've been
for 22.
together, yes.
Wow.
So,
That's amazing.
yeah. And since in Canada, they've been 9 years and I've been 15 years in total. So, yeah.
Amazing. So for Jimmy, when you were here by yourself and you're applying for your permanent residency, is there individuals that helped you along the way with that process, or did you do it all by yourself?
No, I got help for one of the, actually she's our friend, Claudia Munoz. She's the one being always here or there or anywhere we need her to support and help. She's our support at most of the time we needed it. And of course, any questions, anything related with documentation, always the Welcome Center. They have the open doors for us to welcome to solve any questions we have, and yeah, it's good.
Awesome. Jimmy and Angie, what what do you guys currently do for work here in Swift Current? What is your background?
I had the opportunity to come at first for a manufacturing company in Swift Current, which is we came about 12 people in that time for like a visa work. As I said before, we had the opportunity to apply for our PR. And then after that, I've been just working. I worked for different companies in town and took my trades, and now we have a small business. We own our own business,
Wow.
so we work together on our business.
And what is your business called?
Pro Plus Renovations and Contracting. That's where we started about 5 years ago, and it's been working out really good. And now we have the opportunity to support our son on his goals and his plans for his life. So it's been really good, and yeah.
And so both you and Angie work together and run the business together.
Yeah,
That's
really.
amazing.
Yeah.
Family-owned business.
It's pretty good. All the time we do our work for the customer, new clients. We just become friends. Like they just be no customers anymore. They just become friends. And I think that's it fills our expectations ourselves, because these people shows that they're happy with the results of the job and the quality work we provide them, and that's how they show us their respect and I think like make it work. Like our work is professional. Like we probably call it that way.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What's it like living in Swift Current compared to Columbia? Because obviously Swift Current is very, very small and Columbia is humongous. I'm not sure where you guys exactly lived in Columbia, but if you can touch on that a little bit.
Well, we came from the capital city in Colombia, from Bogota, which is about 10 million people in that city. Compared to Swift Current, of course, it was one of the big change for us to compare to 17,000 people we have in Swift so far. So it was a big change where everything shuts down at 5. When I got here, every business shut down at 5, and it's just like, okay, it's 5 o'clock. Okay, we should do. Yeah, it was one of the process to get adapted, but Swift Current is growing. Is nice.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And what about for you? What was Swift Current like? Well, I guess you were really young when you were in Colombia.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Oh yeah, for sure. Obviously, it's a lot different. Obviously, adapting to it was a little bit hard, but it wasn't too bad. The same thing that he said is everything just closed super early, so I was super confused because back there I used to remember just walking for a long time and then just seeing everything open and like everyone just having fun and singing and stuff. But no, it wasn't that hard to adapt here. It was just you kind of find a group of people and then you just have fun and then you just kind of do what they do, and it's fun.
Yeah, once you fit into that group, like for him, it's easier, but easier to get adapted. But for us, we grew up in Colombia, so I came here when I was 20 years old. So I had my culture there and change everything. That was the hardest part, but I think for him it was a little bit easier, except the language.
Yeah.
At first, for the first, let's say 8 months. I mean, he got the English really quick, but he just put a little bit of time to adapt to it.
Yeah.
When you guys were finally reunited, did you guys come across any other challenges as a family and as well as individually?
It was, I think the main one was just trying to learn the language and adapt to the culture. But fortunately, we came to a small, nice community, which is here, South Current, and the people and all the neighborhood are just amazing, and we get really adapted to this really easy after a while because the community was such a nice people in here. So we're just proud to be part of South Current City. So
that's awesome. That's so good to hear. The challenges you guys did face, like how would you say you overcame them?
I think day by day, just try to solve, just go through those challenges and just go day by day, talk it out, and just talk it, and just come across. Just that's the only way. Just face it, and go through all of it. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What about you individually? Did you face any challenges when you first came to Canada as a newcomer?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously the first day of school was very tough for me. I had to bring my parents along because I was too scared to, be in the classroom. But it went really well. And obviously, like my friends and that are my best friends, they were there and they helped me out. Even though they didn't understand what I was saying. But they were nice people. They included me in whatever I needed, and they supported me. And as time went on, I was able to speak a little bit better and then get closer to them. But that's like pretty much the only challenge that I had. I mean, obviously I had my parents to support me every time I came back from school if anything happened, but got through it. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. So Santiago, what grade were you in when you first came to Canada, and what school did you attend?
When I first came here, I was in grade 3, and I remember being part of the central school here in town.
Oh.
And then later on, I moved to Fairview, and then I ended up at the Comp. That's where I finished my school career.
So what programs or services in the community did you join or participate in that contributed to how you are now?
Obviously sports. I went through United Soccer here in town, and aside from that, I also did volunteering for the Western Canadian Summer Games 2019. So, and a few other things just involving sports like wrestling and volleyball,
Track and field,
and it's been nice. I mean, obviously I like to help out, and getting it through sports is a good thing. So that's pretty much what I've been helping with and with the community.
Awesome. So Santiago, what was school like for you? Like, what extracurricular activities did you get involved in? How was the academics here? What was that like for you?
Well, first I wasn't really like a sports person. I was mostly just going with the flow and just trying to look at what was new here and what was offered. Obviously, a few times in gym class, I got like the motivation to actually get into sports. So in high school was when I got into them the most. In grade 9, I started to play basketball. There was an opportunity for soccer for high school, and as the years went on, I got into track and field and wrestling, and it was a great chance to get out there. So obviously, a lot of my coaches and my teachers have motivated me to do better every day, and that's how I became the person that I am today. So it's been pretty nice to have that opportunity, obviously here, and it's been nice.
That's awesome. And so your studies, what subjects did you like the most, or were you more geared towards sports?
Well, it was mostly sports, but as time went on, I started to realize that, if nothing works out for me, then I obviously need to focus on my studies. So I was mostly focusing on the business side of schooling, and that was my goal, to just get into business and then go to university and attend there. that was my plan. So since I was little kids. Yeah.
Awesome. So you just graduated in June, correct?
Yep.
And that was when you received your sports award?
Yep.
Okay, so what was that experience like for you, receiving that award?
Well, honestly, I had no idea about it until my teachers, brought it to me, and it was in an envelope, and then I opened it up and found out. But it was great. I mean, I didn't know I was going to get something like that, so I guess the hard work paid off. So, I mean, I did work hard out there, but it was good. I felt satisfied. I knew I deserved a little something, and then I got it from the Great Plains College. So it was nice for them to help me out.
Awesome. And so what are your future plans now that you are officially graduated?
My future plans, I am currently going to take a year off school, and I'm going to fly out to Spain and play soccer and follow my dream of becoming a soccer player. And after that, I hope to come back and continue with my schooling and business part of life, and maybe in the future start my own business company with clothing and all that apparel for athletes and stuff like that. So.
Wow. As Santiago's parents, what values and morals did you teach Santiago that contributed to who he is now as an individual and a young man?
First of all, respect to others, and motivate to do or be focused on what he wants to do. Like, if he wants to do a soccer player, a pro soccer player, just don't look a day ahead, just look the future, just look at way far, and that's as far he can go. But if you limit your kid, he won't be going anywhere. That's what we always teach him. And first of all, respect to others. Be a great student, honest, and just kiss the mom and dad all the time. And get
That's so sweet. Awesome.
Which is he does.
Yeah. One other thing is they always taught me to, try to be a leader wherever I am, and try to be a role model to others. That's kind of what I've been doing, and it's shown. A lot of the teams that I've been on, people count on me, either coaches or anyone. They count on me on taking the responsibility of a big group of people. So, and then
without running over anybody, right?
So just limit myself, and just put people first and before myself. So that's what they've taught me, and that's where
it's been.
That's awesome. Well, it's clear you raised a very fine young man.
And I have to say something really important. A lot of what he's now, it's Angie's. He's been with Dylan for, she's been teaching him so many things about what he is now. It's very important to focus on that. She's been the one who's been supporting him really 100%. More than 100%. Yeah.
Aww, that's so sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna start cheering up now too. Oh my goodness, that's adorable. So, as a family and individually, what advice would you have for other newcomers who have big dreams, especially when they come to a small town like the city of Swift Current?
Yeah. Always get to know in the community. Don't be shy to try. Don't be shy to ask, even though if you don't know the language. Here in town, it's always people has been always so patient with the immigrants, always been so nice with immigrants, and always try to learn, and try 100% every day more your language, and to improve your language, and don't be shy. Never don't let others because you don't speak fluent English. Some people just try to push you like low. They try to just make you feel like you can't, but don't believe in that person. People just go and give the best of you and try. Never quit.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest barrier for a lot of people that come here.
Yeah.
But honestly, just come here and have a solid mindset of what you want to do, and if you have a solid mindset, you're going to be able to get through everything. Even whatever it might be, even work. I know it's a lot of times that could be hard for you, but honestly, just do your thing, and you're coming here for a reason, and that's your main focus. So.
Awesome. Perfect. So specifically for newcomer students who come here and they have big goals and dreams, like what advice would you give to those newcomer students?
Oh, honestly, don't be scared. That was the biggest thing for me. I was really scared and shy, but people are nice here, even if sometimes it might not be. Just do your thing. It's not gonna be the same, but as soon as you learn and talk to people, are able to get comfortable, it's gonna be fine. There's nothing wrong with being different. It's always good to be the person that could be different, because you will stand out, and it's not a big deal if you are coming from another place or anything like that. So it's good that you come here and then just enjoy. You're in Canada. It's obviously a good opportunity. So just enjoy and have a lot of friends, I hope, and just have fun and enjoy school.
Awesome. So thank you so much for coming here and giving us your time. It was great to get to know you guys, hear a little bit about your backstory and what your plans are for the future. We really appreciate that you guys let us interview you today. So thank you so much, Jimmy, Angie, and Santiago.
Thank you.